So recently happened the Texas school shooting, and the school shootings in general is become like some kind of uh, normalized thing to do or to hear about, because in no other countries uh, except like Western countries there is like school shootings and anything like that. Well, it's because it's not trendy thing to do. Actually, these mass shootings in the schools and in other places is either by the terrorist side, from the like other things like churches and the other mass shootings, other than school, but mostly in the school shootings which happens, there is another factor plays into that, which is basically the the factor that almost every human has, which is the need to stay in the history no matter how. So he wants the person wants to be remembered and not being average no matter what. Okay, so we as normal people have another goals, and I know like there is no kings remembered, the good kings. There's only bad and evil tyrants which are being remembered in the history. Because if you say uh, Genghis Khan, the the tyrant, and all the other murderous tyrants, they're remembered. If you and the same goes with the like in the closer scale, which is humans. So individuals, like you can't remember a good individuals or or actions done by good individuals, which is good actions. You can remember bad behavior or bad actions done by individuals. Okay, so let's say uh, there is a person who gives you present every year, and there is a person that doesn't give you a present at all, but in 1 year the person who gives you present gives you again, and the person who doesn't give you a present, he suddenly gives you one person present. So what happens there is that you're gonna remember the person who wasn't giving you a present every year more than and value it more than the presents, no matter how rich they were, that you was receiving from the no, no normally, like every year. So this is a basically same thing. Like when good things happen, it's just normal. We just take it for granted and we just let it slide away. Like normal life and like hard working, doing something good. I'm not counting the innovations. Like inventing new things and innovations. But the rest, the humans are pretty average, and like if you don't take into individual account, and if you look at the achievements, well, most people have achievements, but most people are not most people have achievements. I mean, uh, like these previous years were actually really productive for the humanity, but as the humans population rises, there's a average people, basically like middle people, are getting more and more, and people want to be recognized. People want to be famous for anything. People don't want their life to be forgotten, and they don't have a purpose and anything, so they seek this purpose in those stupid ideologies that they thrive to. They want to, they want to be remembered as something. So they're shallow, and they're doing these horrible acts, and 10 people were killed and 10 was wounded in the school. Well, this happened because this kid, I don't want to say his name, I don't want to show you this picture, I don't want to to give this guy anything that he wanted doing this, and this is why I'm not saying this like social media does, like mainstream media does. I should not say social media, I'm sorry. I'm not saying about the alternative medias. Alternative medias are pretty clever about that. They're not the, I mean, the whole point of the social media, I mean mainstream media, is to like get the clicks, get the watch time, get anything that they can to get the money out of this, and to make this story more. That's why they're showing the faces, that's why they're showing a name, because they know the human psychology, that the there will be the copycats basically, and there will be a kids that will try to repeat the same thing, so they can get famous, they can go into the TV, and their name will be shined everywhere negatively, and their name will not be forgotten. That's what they are hoping for when they're doing this. That's why this is a trendy thing, because these horrible acts, like 10 people killed, 10 children killed, children, okay? So this whole thing with like mass shootings need to stop, because it's just so stupid. It's not even, it's the problem of human psychology. The children's psychology is broken, and that's why these things happen. You see, it didn't need that AR-15, the famous AR-15. It didn't needed that. He just took a shotgun and his father's revolver and killed 10 people. Well, did he need the AR-15? Do you know the AR-15 is harder to actually manipulate? Yes. The handgun is faster. The handgun reloads very faster. You see, I mean, it's just so stupid, this whole narrative, like pushing in the throats just to get your fucking damn agenda. I really hate this to say, but I despise those people. I don't even see those people and as actually individuals. I mean, the shooter is obvious, but those who actually plan those corruptive plans within the mainstream media, because it does almost the same damage as that does. I'm not trying to compare, but it spoils the minds so bad. It makes new copycats and new things. Like, if you, okay, so how to get someone famous, alright? Do you guys remember Leafy is here? He was basically not hating, like negatively criticizing the other people's channels, and those other people, no matter how crappy their content was, they were getting more famous. They were getting more views. They were getting more excited followers. You see, the same thing goes with that. If you show the face, if you show the name, if you show everything he achieved, the shooter, there will be the followers. There will be the people who want to copy that, who want the same amount of fame that media gives them. They do not want their names to be forgotten within 10 years or 1 year after their death. They want their name to be for hundreds of years remembered, no matter what. And they understand, or they just don't want to work for that, to make positive impact on the world. So they just go fully negative, fully just go down in history as mass shooters. They're fine with that, and you're helping them. Why? Why would you help him? Don't claim now we're reporting the unbiased news and just it's a news. No, you know what happens after that. Well, if you're left-leaning media like CNN, you love to say those right-wing or central libertarians that they're enabling the dangerous people. Well, what you're doing? Look at the mirror. What you've done. What you've done so far. What you're doing now. You're enabling those copycats. You're showing them what they can get if they do the same thing. Stop and do not do it. Do not show his face. Do not say his name. And no more those names and faces of the mass shooters anymore. Not in mainstream, not in alternative media. We don't need that shit. We don't need to know those garbage humans. We just need to know that this is a horrible act. No one should do it. And if they do it, they get nothing. I'm sorry for this rant. Thanks for watching. And I will see you in another video.